And so that got me obviously thinking about normal surfing. And he said that him and another guy...
Normal surfing.
yeah, proper surfing. And I didn't want to say proper surfing. That's why I said normal surfing. But, it is proper surfing.
Hello and welcome to the UK Surf Show. We are your hosts. I'm Pete.
And I'm Leighton. On this show, we have Peter and Leighton. I got stuck then. It's a Christmas show.
Yes. I should have done the hello, ho, ho, Merry Christmas.
You should have.
So we've got a Christmas show. We've just got a roundup of the year. We've got a few topics we want to talk about. And we've got a few thanks and everything to say. So,
yeah.
Before we get into this one, sponsor of this episode is Northcore. Don't forget you can head over to Northcore and use the discount code SS2021 and that will get you 15% off anything you order from Northcore, and that code is valid till the end of the year.
Yeah, so we're going to just chat about a few things, aren't we? So
let's start with chatting about your board.
Yeah, so for people who aren't on social media who listen to the show
and haven't had to listen to Leighton crying.
Yeah, so my lovely, beautiful longboard is back at the Shaper, back with Dom after a session at the Wave where I just smashed the shit out of it, basically.
So I was going to go with you and you were like, do you want to go to the Wave? And I was still not feeling very well and I was like, nah, I can't just go on your own.
Yeah.
I get a message afterwards off Leighton saying, I smashed my board. And I thought, all right, thinking it's probably not going to be that bad.
Well, that's what I thought as well. So I'll explain the day. It was a Sunday afternoon. I thought I'm going to quite enjoy like a solo surf. Like very rarely get a chance to do that. It's going to be good. It was a beautiful sunny day, but freezing cold. I think the surfers in the water at the Wave were saying it's 7 degrees. Which is cold.
It's cold. It's colder than the sea. Well, yeah, it is colder than the sea.
That's what they were saying. So some of the surfers were saying it only ever gets down to about 9, maybe 8 in like the dead of winter in the sea. So it was really cold. Yeah. I've got a very, very small pinprick hole.
Yeah.
No, that's not small. Very small pinprick hole in my winter glove. And normally I can deal with it fine, it's not a problem. But in the Wave, it was like somebody stabbing me in the palm of the hand.
Do you know what you could do? Buy some new gloves.
Yeah, I could do, yeah. But, so anyway, I had a pretty good session, along with the other people in there. You noticed towards the end of the session where it was so cold, it was just zapping people's energy. And to the point where it was just waves were going with nobody on them. Nobody even out at the queuing to get on them because everybody was so exhausted.
Yeah.
I got a few double wave sets with anybody who's been there knows that you got to really go for it to be able to do that if you're not at the beginning of the set, because then you can get a 2-wave set quite easily. But I was getting 2-wave sets from being in the middle of the line, and getting back for the last couple. And towards the end, that was getting difficult to maintain. And I paddled for a wave, and it was the second wave in the set, and I was Ian Beald.
Had nothing left.
Yeah, my arms just, and it was cold, and the glove was leaking, and so I missed the takeoff because I was paddling to try and catch the wave. I'd moved further than
what the markers are.
Yeah, but way further.
Yeah.
So what you're meant to do if you go that far, you're meant to move away from the wall to be able to catch the breaking wave because it obviously moves from left to right or right to left, depending on.
Or you just ride the white water in.
Yeah, or you ride the white water in. But because I was so far out, to be able to paddle away from the wall, I didn't have enough time for the next wave. So I thought, well, I've got to do what the safety briefing says, which is ride the white water in. So white water's coming, and I'm on the board, and it just picked me up and just nosedived me in the board into the floor. And I was under the water, and I heard a dunk. And I'm oh shit! And it was that part of the wave is really shallow as well. So since putting the stuff on social media, I've had a lot of people saying, everybody seems to do their board there. If you miss the takeoff, it's that area there that you get the board damaged. So anyway, come up out the water in a bit of a panic, ran my hands around the board, and I could just feel a little ding or little chip right on the very nose of the board. And and that was it. And I thought, oh my God, I've got away with that quite lightly. I might be able to repair that myself. I'm not going to waste the rest of the session. I'll get on and like put it to the back of my mind, carry on surfing, which I did. And yeah, did all right. Got out the water, took a photo of it and put it on like to the few shapers that we know, do you think this is easy for me to repair, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, no problem. So superficial. Got home, inspected it more under light because it was starting to get dark by that time at the wave. And there was just all these like stress
fractures,
cracks. Yeah, all the way up like the first... I don't know, like
first quarter,
10 inches, maybe foot of the board.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no. And then there's a ding on the side and a ding on the other side. I'm like, what the hell's happened? The new fin, little tiny chip on the end of the fin. I'm like, it properly fucked my board up.
Yeah.
And I got hold of Dom and he was like,
hey, would you like me to fuck your board up? Yes, £50, please.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's the most expensive surf session I've ever had. And so I got hold of Dom and he's like, mate, don't worry. I got you. It's fine. I'll sort it out. You will never know and all this kind of stuff. And you rang me after I like put the photos on this group chat that we're on. You said you got to put it on social media, and I really, really wasn't feeling it at all. I'm like, no, I'm really pissed off. I just want to forget about it for the night. You go, put it on social media. Just put it on there. Put it on there. Put it on there. So I put it up there, and the response we had was brilliant from like the rest of the like surf community. Everybody's like, don't worry, it's fine. And they're all like, yeah, this happened to me, and they're all coming up with like suggestions on how the wave could improve or not be a board graveyard as much.
Well, that's what I was going to say. 2 points on that is, one, what do you think they could do to improve that? And also, two, would you take your board there again?
I will not be taking my custom board back there. I've got an old board which I might take.
This is why I never wanted. I've taken my board once to the wave, and I was so scared about it that I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't even enjoy the actual session itself.
Yeah. So I had to look at the board for a whole week because I didn't have time to take it to Dom, and I took it to Dom last weekend at time of recording. Like by the time this comes out, the board will probably be back. Yeah, and the social media might not kind of tally up because I will post the pictures of it being repaired. And so I took it to Dom, but all week I was looking at it, just like kind of worrying, like, oh no, it sounds a bit stupid over, something that's, this like object.
Yeah.
But that's brought so much joy, that board. And I said that to Dom, like, it's kind of heartbreaking because I've had such a good time on that board and it's been so great. And it's so beautiful. And he's obviously taken a lot of time over making it and all this kind of stuff. And then one, which I don't even think was my fault as well. It's not like I've done something stupid.
Never is.
No, but no, I don't feel like it was. Like I don't know how I was meant to get out of that situation anyway, where I was. Well,
the thing is,
unless I take the leash off and ditch the board, and
the thing is, you've got that thing of like, you've got a lot of elements that come into it there. Like if you were different time of year when you weren't so cold, the cold setting in, so you can't paddle as much at the end of the session. Loads of different things, but yeah, it is a difficult one. So we've amount of people we've spoken to, and they've said the same thing. Like, why don't they just have like rubber mats down the side of the wall to like?
Well, I didn't hit the wall; I hit the floor.
So
I've. So a few people that commented on the social media said that, why is it that difficult just have a rubber like screwed to the wall on one side and maybe on the floor as well, just in that impact area? Because from the conversation of other people, everybody does their board there. Like it's not like you got to cover the whole place in rubber. You just that section, just the takeoff section, and maybe just on the floor, just to stop people just smashing their boards. And we were getting photos sent to us on social media, like private messages, and some people's board, I've never seen it happen before, but like there was a guy who sent a picture of the board and it looked like it'd been peeled like a banana, and like the nose had snapped off, but it was still connected to the fiberglass, but then ripped down the board, and you're like, oh my God, can you imagine doing that there on a new board?
You just be crying. Saying that, I saw Sasha Zero Ego posted today of recording this he was at the wave in the summer with Ben Skinner and Lucas Skinner,
right?
and I can't remember what the company is, I should have looked it up, have come out with a reinforced board, especially for wave pools.
Right, yeah.
So
that's
it's got like reinforcements down the side and down the centre and stuff like that, maybe to stop you like trashing your board. The only thing I can think is next time I go to the wave, use theirs. they got like foam top boards there. I'll just use one of those. Like when we went for Dom's surprise birthday, there was people there in the group using the boards from the wave.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. It's just, you know what it's like when you've got a new board, you just want to go on it, don't you? You know, that's why I wanted to ride my board and on like, you know, a consistent perfect wave. Yeah. And that's the reason why you go there. So it's a bit of a shame if you've got to then, you know, spend the money and then not ride the boards you want to ride.
And also the other thing, I hope this doesn't turn into an episode where we're just slagging the wave off. But the other thing that they could do is what Ashley Braunton said. Why didn't they put a bloody roof on it? Because at this time of year,
it was painfully cold.
You know,
and I've chatted to some people who've said that they've got out and it hasn't been fun. And you know, as much as like there's always going to be some kind of negative that people find with the place. It is a fantastic place. I love going there. I like the vibe there and all that. All the cafes amazing. Everybody's just happy there. It's a happy place.
The staff are friendly.
Yeah, and the staff are great.
I've not had anything there with people where they're like aggressive or angry, or you know, like you've got in the ocean. Sometimes there's people like
there's no like competing for lineups. Is there? You know, that's taken out of it. The only thing is what we were talking about earlier. When you know, if you mess up a takeoff, you feel like you've maybe hindered the guy behind you who's also paid the same money.
The guy behind you's just spent 50 quid and you've just like making them wait.
Yeah, a little bit of guilt in that.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah, I think like there's a lot of I think the pros outweigh the cons for the place, definitely.
Yeah. It's just maybe just a few things tweaked to.
Yeah, definitely. You can. Yeah, I think as I say, the pros definitely outweigh the cons, and like you know, the amount of perfect waves you can get over and over again.
Yeah,
different levels of waves. The practice, like
fantastic.
For people like Surfing England and like pro surfers as well, especially on the more advanced waves, it's going to be amazing. And for people learning, it's amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Just don't take your own board.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that is just the answer. Don't take your own board, and you know, buy a super winter suit because it's really cold.
Yeah, this time of year it is. But as we say, like all the staff there are all really friendly. Yeah, and you know,
facilities are brilliant. Yeah, and I do love going there, and like I've been loving going there on my board, but just after that, I don't think I'll take it back. I'll go back to the wave, but it won't be with my board.
Do you know if anyone out there is going to the wave? You can also go to our website and there's a support the show button on our website and book the wave through our website, and then we get a little kickback for that.
Yeah.
Only if you want to. If you don't want to, don't do it.
You can go there and don't take your board. But
yeah.
So my board at the moment is currently with Dom, and he sent me a message in a week saying I'm starting on it. It's not a problem. It's going to be fine. And that was just music to my ears. I was like, because I've been worried about it. It's really weird. Like a little, whenever I think about it, I get a little bit of a palpitation. Like, oh no.
Do you know why that is? It's because you spent money on it.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
I'm going to have to turn that Christmas tree off a minute because otherwise I'm going to have a fit. It's going off in the corner of my eye. Hold on.
Why have you put it on strobe?
I don't know. thought we could make it a party.
How have you got a remote control Christmas tree?
No.
You just turned it off from here?
No, the lights are on. The plug sockets are on remotes.
Oh, right. Oh, you got a futuristic house.
No, I've just got a plug that plugs into a socket, so you don't have to get up and turn it off.
That's futuristic to my house.
No, she's lazy.
Yeah, so because it's a Christmas episode, and obviously we're coming up to
Ho, ho, ho!
And we're coming up to New Year as well, we wanted to talk about maybe like New Year's resolutions, and that will then kind of lead on to like it's never too late to start surfing.
It's never too late to start surfing.
No, so I'm reading a book at the moment.
Unless you died.
Well, yeah.
It's too late.
Yeah, so I'm reading a book at the moment called The Power of Failure, and the author is Dr. Tim Kentofer. I'm sorry if I've got that surname wrong.
Butchered his surname.
Yeah, and so he says some really interesting stuff like that, which is kind of like made me think a bit. So it was, I think there's a section in there where he's talking about learning how to windsurf in a group of people.
Yeah.
And he's a bit older when he's like learning how to windsurf as well. And so that got me obviously thinking about normal surfing. And he said that him and another guy,
normal surfing,
proper surfing. And I didn't want to say proper surfing, that's why I said normal surfing, but it is proper surfing. And so just suspended every windsurf right there. But him and another guy were the two like worst people in the group, to the point where he was not having fun at all, like hated it. And so why they're like getting changed at the end, the author says to this other guy on the session, he's that was awful, like I hated every second of that. And the other guy's like, what are you talking about? It was great, it was a right laugh, like I didn't mind falling in, I was just having fun and happy to be in the sea. And he went away and thought, that guy's got a really good attitude, like he hasn't, because he's thinking of it that way, he hasn't wasted 2 hours of his life. He's had fun. Anyway, year goes past. He goes back to the same beach, walking up and down the beach, and there's this really good windsurfer right there, and he's like admiring how good he was. And then he realises it was the guy on the session with him. And the only difference between them is that the way that guy approached the failure of what was going on, where he just enjoyed it. And in the end, that made him keep going. And in the end, he kind of not mastered it, obviously, but got a hell of a lot better and could then windsurf. And I was kind of thinking, well, because it's coming around to New Year and people make New Year's resolutions, then I don't want people's age or ability or where they live in the UK to maybe put them off trying surfing.
There is I think there's a whole mental attitude towards things like that, which is, I was watching something the other day and they're saying about it was a YouTube video, and the guy was saying about people's attitude towards things, where you've heard in your life, you've either said it or you've heard your parents say it or someone said it, oh, I can't afford that or I can't do that. And it's a way of switching your mind. Instead of saying I can't do that or I'm not able to do that, you should change your mindset to thinking, how can I afford that? How am I able to do that?
What's the path to doing that?
What's the path to doing that? And changing your way of thinking to make you do the things that you can do. Because like anybody can try surfing, like anybody out there. And even like from able-bodied to disabled people, there's surfability. There's
as we well know, being at surfability, there is, if you want to do it, then just go and do it. And it doesn't matter your age, like you said, your ability, and it definitely doesn't matter where you are in the country, because what are you, like 3 hours or 4 hours from a coastline in this country? I know they're not all surf beaches, but you can still, there are ways of getting out there to do it if that's what you want to do. And enjoy the failure side of it, because it's just great being in the ocean, isn't it? As we all know, but for being surfers.
It's make that your New Year's resolution. Surf more.
So that's why we wanted to say that, really, wasn't it?
Surf more, surf harder, surf better. Or in our case, surf better isn't difficult.
We definitely need to do that. Hopefully, when my board comes back, it's also going to bring a nice swell of it, because we've had a bit of a flat spell again, haven't we? After like those mad kind of
looking today, there's been an awesome storm coming. I don't know what it's called, Beryl or Bertha or it's bringing a hell of a lot of wind though as well. I've seen some pictures today on.
So does that mean that means it's closer to us then if the wind is there? Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's not go into that, because that's a whole other show. It's hell of a wind. But we've had an amazing year this year with the podcast. We've got, say thank you to every guest we've had on. We've had some great guests on this year. We had start of the year with Sophie Everard. We had Dom from Origin Surf Co. We had the people from North Shore. We had John Phil. What an amazing start to the year that was. All those guys there. Sophie, Dom, and Northcore guys. North Shore.
And North Shore guys.
We had John Philbin, Matt Adler, Gregory Harrison. We had Christian Dittrich from Surf Ears, the creator of Surf Ears. We had the Queer Surf Club. Peter Conroy. We had the Scottish Surfer. We had Sandy Kerr. We had Matt Stratham, the owner of Northcore, not North Shore.
Northcore,
we had Ben Larg And well, he's just gone amazing now, hasn't he?
So if anybody hasn't listened to the Ben Larg episode, going back and listen to it, because I think his film's coming out soon, isn't it? Or documentary about him.
Yeah, I think it might be out already. I'm not sure.
Wasn't it like a film? Time we recorded, it was at a film festival.
Yeah, London Surf Film Festival. I think it was there.
Yeah, so
he's in Nazaré at the moment as well.
Yeah,
like when he was on our episode, he said, "Oh, he really wants to get out there." And, like we were saying earlier, like about doing what you want to do. He said he wanted to get out there. He's out there now. He's surfed it.
And some of the footage I've seen, or photos I've seen of the waves he's surfing, it's just
big.
And he's like still 16?
16.
Mad. Hey, what a balls of steel.
Isn't he? We had Carl Proceza, writer and director of Blue Juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great one. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, surf media legend Jim Kempton.
I know, awesome. And, he gave us that book. The book is fantastic.
Yeah.
The
Women and Waves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the Mindful Surfers. We went and chatted to them in Sidmouth.
Yeah, on the beach. That was a nice evening.
We had Ollie from the Surf Fit Academy.
Super cool guy. I mean, his business has done really well. I see he's all over Instagram all the time. And
he's got a load of
kids went budgie smugglers. Have you seen that?
But if you had a body like that, you would, wouldn't you?
That's probably true. Yeah.
We had some woman called Rachel on who talked about something.
Yeah, that's my missus.
Yeah.
She was good, obviously. She was good.
Yeah, she could.
My favourite guest.
Yeah, she's not going to listen to this. Then we went to Surfability. Then we went over to Wales.
Yeah, it was powerful for us, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really powerful. And I've got an idea about that, which will be coming in the new year, which I've spoken to you briefly about, but I'll let everyone know.
I'm not going to mess it up because I can't remember what you said. So,
what I might do for them in the new year.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
So I'm still putting the final touches to that, but yeah, I've got an idea. And then we had Chris from the Logfin Co, who is now actually a proper mate.
Yeah. We're on a group chat, aren't we? Yeah.
And he's one of the funniest guys.
He is funny.
Like ever. And on that episode, he brought up a really good point about mental health and stuff like that, which is something we want to go into further next year. Yeah,
that's definitely going to be an episode next year, isn't it?
Yeah. Ashley Braunton, he came on amazing, offered us some tips for longboarding, which we're definitely going to take him up on.
Yeah, and he's a bit of a comeback episode, wasn't it, for him?
And then we had Alan from Adrenaline Athlete, who's been our trainer, and
Yeah, we're still doing that, so we're going to talk about that a bit more next year as well, aren't we? Go into the fitness, how the fitness is affecting us in a positive way.
Yeah, I've got to get back on it because I haven't trained for a while because I've been very ill.
Yeah.
So I've had no energy at all, but starting to feel better. So we get back onto that, and then we had Phil Williams.
Yeah, went to his house.
Like another surfing legend,
absolute legend. Yeah, and super nice guy.
Then the Lazy Surfer app.
Yes, that was an interesting one as well. And obviously we haven't really. Doesn't been much surf to log really at the moment, is there? So
yeah. So it's been a really really good year.
So also can we let's clear something up so we don't constantly get messages about it and you have to say the same thing. So
that sounds like my doctor.
Can you explain to the listeners or tell the listeners what the music is at the start of the episodes?
Oh, that's just me dicking around on a guitar.
Yeah. So how many times have you sent that message to people now?
Well, I've quite a few messages of people saying, what's the music at the beginning? Because it gets stuck in my head. And literally, when me and Leighton started talking about this, and we were talking about what we're going to do with the podcast, and I started thinking, oh, right, I could try and come up with a piece of music or something. And I was sat here fiddling.
Like you do most nights.
Yeah. Just, fiddling around on the guitar. And I think my wife Jude said to me, what does it feel like when you're riding a wave? And I just started messing around and came up with that. So that's it.
As much as a dick that you are a lot of the time, you are a talented musician. So well done.
Get out. That's how well I take
you can't take compliments very well.
Anyway, let's not go into an episode about my mental health. So it's just that's what it is. So it's just me playing around. If anyone's interested, I'll just send you it and you can have it and use it. We'll do whatever.
Like a ringtone. Do you do ringtones anymore?
I don't know. It's We're on the same path as like our last episode when I said www.
Yeah.
About a website.
Can you remember when you used to get a Nokia phone and you used to get a code to type in?
Yeah, you used to have to print it off the internet.
Yeah, print off the code to type in the ringtone code.
Yeah, and it was like you used to have to sit there for like an hour going like A43, FC6, and blah, blah, blah. And all these different numbers would make up different tones and codes.
And when you played it back, if you got one wrong...
Yeah, you got the whole thing again. Yeah. So, and, you know, so we want to say thanks to all the guests who came on this year. And
all the people that sponsored the show.
Yeah, so I've got a list of those people as well. I'm just going to read them out just to say thank you to them all, I think.
So thank you, show.
Yeah. So, yeah, the first thank you is the one we got recently of New Forest Surf. And
yeah, Chad from New Forest Surf, who also, I think he also runs a website called waveslidingclub.com.
And
yes, so he sent us something just as a gift, which was really nice for him because he enjoys the show, which is just super lovely, just people doing it out of the blue. So he sent us something which affected us quite a lot.
Yeah, we got a message off him. Well, we got an email and it had gone from our website and it had gone into spam folder, so I didn't see it for ages. And then found it, put it back in the box, and like replied. And it was he said, "Oh, I'd like to send you a T-shirt or something like that." So I just thought, "Oh yeah, someone's going to send us a T-shirt, whatever."
Well, so he sent us T-shirts from his website that he runs, and it is T-shirts and stickers from the film North Shore. And people who listen to the show know how much that film has kind of been part of mine and Pete's childhood. But the T-shirts we got were... Oh, I love them so much. So we both got the same. We got two each.
So we got the Turtle T-shirt.
Yeah, we got the
Surf
T-shirt.
Or Die.
We got the T-shirt that Turtle wears in the film.
It's not actually his T-shirt.
Well, it is because that's how my brain sees it.
So not only now are you telling people you're an Olympic athlete, you're also telling them you're wearing Turtles T-shirt.
Well, at the moment, in my phone, I've got John Philbin's phone number saved as Turtle, and I'm wearing his T-shirt that he wears in the film. It's just like the best year ever.
You say that on here, you know you're going to get blocked. And what is it? A restraining order on you.
Yeah. And so he sent us that, and then you also got Chandler's Shaping Business T-shirt, didn't you?
I've got his number in my phone.
Yes. And I've got the black Hui Wave Sliding Club T-shirt.
Yeah.
And then
we got a shed load of stickers as well.
Yeah, and one of the stickers is the Chandler.
Yeah,
the surf club, but like the new one that
Rick makes.
Rick makes.
Yeah, and the old one, which is Chandler's surfboard, and the Surf or Die one as well. Yeah, which is that's an incredible gift to receive.
But you know, like you, for two grown men to get so excited over T-shirts and stickers, it just transported me back to being like 14 years old, sleeping on the floor in your front room watching North Shore on repeat.
Yeah. Yeah. So, thanks very much to Wave Sliding Club New Forest Surf. Thank you to Northcore for the year, giving the discounts all the time. And
great support from them. And, we chat to them a bit on email and stuff. They're lovely people at work there, and really pleased that Matt Stratham gave us the time to come on and chat. We're really, really pleased and...
Yeah, and shout out to the girls in the office as well, Darcy and Meg, because they're absolutely brilliant as well.
Yeah, thanks, girls.
And then thank you to Mr. Logfin Co, as we've said already, for coming on. He sent us some fins for our board. Yeah,
I really can't wait. There's a few people that we've kind of linked with on a group chat that we've interviewed, and we just want to... I'm just looking forward to this next year coming, to being able to go and surf with them.
Yeah.
Because I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. And then we got Cosin, obviously, sent us some great T-shirts as well. Yeah,
thanks for sponsoring us, Cosin. We really appreciate it. Again, they're a couple of guys that we said we're going to surf with as well. And depending on this, when is this going to come out? Just before Christmas, or?
It's a Christmas episode, so it probably would. Yeah,
I can't say what I bought something for my. She really liked. So
and then we've got We Are Kombucha, who sent us some kombucha, the fermented
drink. Yeah, we haven't
drink.
Actually spoke about that on here yet, have we?
I think we mention it or not. I can't remember if we did.
No, I don't think we did we?
Yeah, But yeah, they sent us some kombucha drink, which is a fermented drink, and that's really amazing. Check them out. We are kombucha. I never know how to say
I think it is.
properly.
Yeah, and I think what was it, like 3 or 4 different flavors we got given. Didn't we?
Yeah. So there's they're really nice as
like
well.
A healthy drink.
Yeah,
isn't
so
it?
for healthy gut bacteria, kombucha is. Yeah. And then we got Golden Boy, who sponsored the show as well.
Yeah, that was a recent sponsor. The stuff they've sent is just great. I wear the t-shirt all the time.
Yeah.
And so thanks for sponsoring us as well.
Yeah, and then we've also got to say thank you to people like Pop-Up Pro, who sent us a Pop-Up Pro this year.
Yep.
To practice your pop-ups on and stuff like that. And thank you to the Wave as well, for we're a part of their affiliate program, and every time you book a session at the Wave through us, we get a percentage of your booking fee. It doesn't cost you any more, and it just helps towards the running costs of the show and stuff like that. And mostly, thank you to everyone that's listened this year.
The support we've had has just been phenomenal.
It's been what? Say it again.
Phenomenal.
I'm leaving that in.
It's just been
phenomenal.
It's been quite overwhelming, really, isn't it? Because when we started this, we didn't ever think that anybody would listen to it.
Yeah, and I think we're virtually we're nearly at 60,000 downloads.
Well, by the time this comes out, we probably will be, won't we? 60,000 downloads.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah. So
what's going on?
I don't know. Thanks. So that's it, really. We hope you have a good Christmas and a happy New Year. If you do want to support the show, you can
head over to our website and click on the tab at the top that says support the show. And there's numerous ways you can do that we said before, through affiliate programs. But if you'd like a little bit more from us, I mean, why wouldn't you? You can you can support the show through the app Buy Me a Coffee, and that basically gives you extra content depending on which tier that you decide to go for.
So there's 2 options in there. You can support the show through Buy Me a Coffee with like a one-time donation if you want to. Like it says, buy us a coffee. You can buy us as many coffees as you want. We love you. Or you can become a member, and we'll love you a little bit more. And if you become a member, there's £1 a year. You can get all the discount codes. There's a load of discount codes on there.
We've just got so many discount codes. We can't read them all out every episode. So for the small donation of £1 for a whole year means that you get access to all of them, and they will change as well. Yeah.
So make sure you click the tab on there that change it to year, not month. Otherwise, it will try and charge you £1 a month.
Yeah.
Don't know why. It's the only option that will keep you on there. Then we've got a bronze tier, which is £2 a month or £20 for the year. That will give you access to some extra posts.
Yeah, so for example, we've been writing a few little blogs on there, haven't we? So I wrote one about trashing my board and some extra pictures on there, and like photos of Dom inspecting the board and things like that. It's just a little bit of extra content. And I also put a post on there about Phil Williams as well, because he sent us a load of photos. So we put all the rest of his photos on there, and you can just see what an unbelievable surfer he is. That is like a major surfer. Why didn't he ever go like pro or something? Because the waves he's surfing are just normal people can't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So silver is £3 a month or £30 for the year. That'll support the show on a monthly basis. It'll unlock extra posts and messages. We're going to start putting some private videos on there as well. And you get exclusive discount codes, and you can access the full back library of everything we've posted before.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to see all that. I might add that to that back library to the £2 one as well, actually.
Yeah. And then the top tier is the gold tier, which is £5 a month or £50 for the year.
Yeah.
And for that you
support the show on a monthly basis, unlock exclusive posts and messages, unlock extra discount codes, so there'll be a higher rate of discount for that level as well. You access the full back library, behind the scenes, work in progress updates. You'll get stuff like, who we've got coming up, what guests we've got coming up, what we're doing, and stuff like that. And then you'll also get free and discounted extra codes on there as well, and free and discounted extras. But yeah, if you just want the discount codes and you go to the get the codes £1 a year, there'll still be posts available on that as well. And anybody who buys us a coffee will be a supporter, and you'll see additional posts on there as well.
Yeah.
So that's just another way to support the show, or any of the affiliates on our support the show page. If you get
or if you didn't want to, then if you could leave a review on iTunes or subscribe to our YouTube channel, that would be great.
Yeah, that would be really helpful. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yes. Yeah, definitely. And I think that's it. I think that's everything we had to mention. I'm sure there's someone we've forgotten to thank you for an amazing year.
But we do love you all.
Yes.
And have a great Christmas.
A great New Year.
Yeah.
And
we'll see you in 2022.
Ta-ta.
Cheers, bye.